Hello and welcome to the video, everybody. In this video I'm checking out these P700 pedals. Now this is the 2-pedal kit. Now just because it's a 2-pedal kit does not mean it doesn't come with a load cell, because it does. 150 kilo load cell in fact. And to change the springs and elastomers over, it takes, well, check it out for yourself. This is not sped up, this is not slowed down, this is as easy as it is. I just have the 2-pedal kit because Simagic sent me this in their green flag bundle that they wanted me to check out. So I just got what's in the green flag bundle. If you're looking at the green flag bundle, check out that video. But for this video, I'm going over in a bit more detail than what the green flag video did in about these pedals, the customization on them, and a few little things I think you should know about them. I'm going to unbox them right now. I'm going to show you what you get in there. Then I'm going to be testing them on the floor and also on my cockpit. It's a bit of a 2-for-1. Count your lucky stars.
1, 2, 3 lucky stars.
Then I'm going to talk about the pedal combinations between the springs and the elastomers, what I think you should do, what I don't think you should do. Let's unbox. We've got an instruction manual here. We have more stickers. Ooh. Well, this is the throttle. It seems to be a metal construction here. There are some plastic parts to it. The faces of these pedals are all plastic, as you would probably expect at this price point. Now the pedal faces here do have adjustability, so you can change that for your personal preference. If you wanted to, you can change these springs out as well. Very easy. Look at that. No tools required. I really, really love that. This has not a bad amount of movement to it. What stops it here is this. There is no adjustment to that. These are just normal rubber on the bottom of those. But more on that in a second. Don't seem squeaky or anything. Now, the most important pedal. The brake pedal. Comes standard with a red spring in here, which is a bit harder than what the silver spring we saw before. Once again, very easy to pull in and out. Pretty much the same as the throttle pedal in its construction and everything. Again, nice fluid motion. This is a load cell, and you will be able to put different elastomers in here. Here they are. You got this gold spring. That feels like that might be a bit heavier than this one. Now, to save you the rustling of bags, the rustling was even doing my ears in. It comes with 3 75 shore elastomers and 3 55 shore elastomers. You also get these little spaces to put in between them. Now it comes with these 2 springs that you can normally run with those elastomers. This silver one seems like a light spring. This black one seems like a harder spring. Now within these springs you can also run these little elastomers, which are smaller than the other ones. There's a 55 and a 75 here. They're made small enough that they can fit right in these springs. You have so many customizations here to get this all set up right for you. Sometimes these entry pro level pedals, you don't get many options. Now there is this other bag of stuff here. There is, especially if you're carpet mounting these, see the aggressive spikes they got there? That should come in really, really handy, and I like that they've thought about carpet. You do have some T-slot in there, and all the bits and pieces and bolts, and I'm not going to go through all of those. Let's pop this out. What do we got here? Got some cables here, RJ45 or something. I believe that will be for connecting it directly to the wheelbase and not via USB. And if you wanted to connect it via USB to the computer, they also provide the USB-A cable. And here is the pedal plate. Nice little metal pedal plate. Oh, and you got your controller under there. Clutch, brake, accelerator. Got your USB You can buy an additional clutch for this if you wanted to do that. I just use the paddles on the back of the wheel these days. What looks to be pretty good build quality here. A nice rubber mat with this pedal plate, as it allows you to mount the accelerator and the brake along anywhere here. And at the back, just plugging the cables into the controller. Now, because I'm putting this on carpet, I have put these on, little carpet spikes. They're very easy to put on, plugging it straight in there. I will put this on the rig a little bit later, but I'm trying this first on carpet because I want to see about the springs and the load cells and all that, and how they will potentially work for carpet people. Now, I did adjust the face of the pedals a little bit. The pedals did come a little bit more stand-up-ish, but again, because I'm firstly mounting them on carpet, it's going to be easier when they're a little bit more backwards. And there you have it. Now, testing it how it is out of the box on the carpet with the little spikes put in underneath so it grips best possible on the carpet. I had no issues here. After a bit of getting used to it, I managed to pull actually faster times than what I was getting on my main rig. However, I did feel like I would like a little bit more feel on the brake pedal, and that's when I decided to get rid of the red spring and go to the gold spring. The gold spring felt a lot better for me, and I could really feel where I was in the braking zone a bit more than what the red spring was. I wouldn't say the red spring felt numb or anything, and I didn't know exactly where I was. I just had more control with the gold spring. Problem with the gold spring though is it moved. It just moved too much. By the end of a 10-minute race in ACC, the pedals were just starting to go on the side, and that's just not acceptable. Now, you can brace this against a wall if you wanted to. You could probably put something there. Simagic Loadcell, the P700 wall mount, that might be an option for you depending on how far away your wall is. But look, even in the carpet configuration, I was setting good lap times. The pedals felt good, and I have no super complaints about them, at least in the carpet configuration. And in terms of pedals that I've used on the floor before with different spikes and all that, I actually think that these pedals with the Simagic spikes are probably some of the more sturdy ones I've used, at least personally. Now let's put them on the rig. I'll talk to you about a few mounting things with these when it comes to putting it on a rig. Here's the P700s down here. Now these were pretty simple to mount. There's 4 holes to mount, one of them being through that hole there, and the same on the other side. And then I just lined up my aluminium profile, put a T-slot in it, screwed it down. That's it. And the same with the back. However, I did hit a little bit of a snag with these ones. When I went to put the bolt through there, I noticed there was a wire. Do you see a little wire that runs through there? That continues down throughout here, and for some reason it runs over that hole. And it's got a little connector right above that hole actually holding it there. And so I had to actually take the wire out of there to actually mount it down. I found that really weird, and a high chance of potentially crimping that cable when you screw down into it. So be very careful. I assume there's just some person at the factory just double-sided taping these things in there, and they're doing it too close to the hole. With mine, even like the bolt head was like nearly crimping down on that little double-sided taped stay that's there. It was just way too close to the hole. When it comes to hooking them up, I do recommend using USB, not the RJ connectors that plug into the base itself. Keep in mind, every time a firmware update comes in, you need to update via USB. And look, if you want a floor mount, probably not too bad. But if you want a cockpit mount, and especially where the controller is at the bottom of that pedal plate, you might not have great access to it. I just recommend USB if you can. Let's talk about the software for the P700 pedals. These are quite unique in they don't just run Hall sensors or load cells. They actually have Hall sensors and load cells in them, and you can choose between using which sensor you want in the brake pedal, and you can change the angles for each of those if you wanted to. You'll see this is the load cell up here, and this is the Hall sensor. It's slightly different. Now I'm currently running my ACC setup on these, where I turned down the max because ACC is one of those games where you need max brake all the time. You wouldn't do that in iRacing, but I calibrate the pedals, so I set it up for iRacing, and then for games like ACC, F1, all those, then I pull this down, and also in here the load cell set, the force adjustment, I pull it down to 75% because it actually makes you faster in games like ACC anyway. Technically in iRacing as well, in the opposite way, when you calibrate the pedals, do it super hard, so you're not locking the brakes in iRacing. Now it does have individual curves here that you can just press on. I have my own individual little curves that I use for the brake and the throttle. But that's one of the good things I like about this software is it's quite customizable. It allows me to do things like this, which are highly beneficial for me changing games. It's not just like, and then when you add in over here, you set auto switch preset, and you have this set up for each individual game. So the Simpro software automatically changes all your pedal settings as soon as you go into a game. And I really like all this stuff and how Simpro is set up to do this for not just the pedals, but the wheel and the wheelbase as well. I personally launch all my games from here or here, and you can do all your updates and all that here as well. Alright, so what are we thinking when it comes to a cockpit mount and how the pedals feel? How did I set them up? Did I get a good feel out of them? Well, I didn't use these springs. Throw those away. If you're properly mounting these pedals, go straight to the elastomers. Probably don't even try the springs. Alright, so in front of me here I have the 355 elastomers, the silver spring, and the small little 55 elastomer. Now you can choose to not use this little small elastomer and just have like a bit of play in that start of the brake pedal if you wanted to. And I mean, even with the elastomer in, you've still got a little bit of play there, but it's only like a very small amount until the elastomer kind of kicks in a bit. So with this, I did put these in straight away because I knew I would probably like the stronger ones the most. I didn't think I would like these, but I actually did. I thought these actually felt better than my old pedals, even with stronger elastomers in there. And normally I like strong elastomers. But even these 55 Shores, which are softish, I felt really good, really comfortable with these. But I thought, oh, surely I'm going to be more happy with the 75s, right? So I just put in the 75, 75, black spring, and the small 75. Pretty much the same as this, but just 75. And yeah, I was more happy with it. If you want somewhere in between, you can obviously mix and match these. You can put some 55s, some 75s. You can put a black spring on all the 55s if you wanted to. Lots of customization here. I like how it's physically printed on here as well, 55. There are some brands of pedals I have where all the elastomers feel the same and nothing's printed on them, and I don't know what the hell's going on there. Simagic do this very well. Got super comfortable with setting PBs on these P700s. Now with these P700 pedals, you can obviously get them in a 3-pedal kit, which comes with the clutch as well, if you want to do that. However, you will find most Simagic wheels do come with dual clutch pedals on the back. If you do buy the 2-pedal kit, you can buy the clutch on its own. Also, on top of that, you can also buy different haptic motors for the P700, and that allows you to get very customizable in the software. Now, I don't have these to test. If I ever do, I will do a review video on that in particular, but just know you can get haptics, and you can hook them up to TC and ABS and different things to let you know when you're on the limit. And that's a really cool additional extra that I actually really want for these, because I am keeping these on the rig now. I actually do genuinely like these, and I do genuinely want haptics for these. You can get different haptics. There's the GT ones, and also there's a few different price points on the haptics through Simagic, depending on how much you want to spend. You can get them just one if you want it just for the brake or just for the accelerator. You can get them 2 or 3. Lots of choices here if you want to upgrade these pedals a little bit. And especially for the price point you're buying them at, I reckon these pedals, like cheap pedal set, that I honestly think that with these pedals, while they do lack some customization, in terms of pedal throw, and like you can't adjust the preload of the pedals or anything. They're all things that the P700 lacks. Me personally, I just got comfortable on these. I didn't feel like I needed preload customization. I didn't feel like I needed to have the pedal throw changed, both on the rig and on the floor. So I think if you're not too picky with that stuff, these pedals are great value, and I don't think you need to necessarily spend a ton of money on pedals to be the fastest. These pedals are great value for money. Only thing I would probably say I want for these pedals is like flat brushed aluminium like pedal faces or something, or carbon fiber pedal faces, or some kind of flat pedal face instead of like the plastic rounded ones. That's the only thing I would probably say that I want for them, other than the haptics. But they have haptics. Now, are these pedals worth buying? Well, if you haven't worked it out already, I'm a big fan of them. I'll put up different prices here, but the price of these is very, very good for what you get. Regardless of whether you're on Simagic or another brand, you're just putting them into your PC via USB anyway. So anyway, thanks for watching this video, everybody. Hit that like button if you like to, subscribe for more videos, and watch all my other videos. Thanks, bye!